Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of The Book Return. I'm Zach, the Information Manager.
I'm Brittany, the Library Director.
And I'm Chloe, one of the clerks.
And we have a special guest today. We've got Brittany's sister, Carrie.
Hello.
Have you heard the podcast?
I have. I kind of did a binge of the podcast, like every day, episode after episode after episode, till I got to the end, and then I was disappointed and was like, "Where are more?"
That's the right reaction. I think.
Yeah.
That's the best reaction.
It is.
Jared, what you got?
Seriously. I love it. He gives me breakdowns. They're very helpful.
Jared's Zach's brother.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was on our horror movie episode.
Yes.
It was a pod shot that went on for like 2 hours.
And I had a terrible migraine.
That I
And I
wasn't
just
here
kept
for.
going.
I was not
Yes.
here for that one.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
out of state.
I think so. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You, Carrie and Brittany, as far as I know, you both have watched Disney movies in the past. Is that correct?
We
It's fair
have
to say.
Okay.
That is fair. That's
I think we should do today's episode on Disney.
Oh,
What do you
do
guys
we?
think?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Disney has
off
tons
the
of
cuff.
presence in the library, just in the form of materials.
Yeah.
So,
Like, there's no nook that Walt hasn't
right, nooked.
nooked. It's like insane. You can't go anywhere without Disney.
Yeah.
It's like things I didn't like. Every action movie is Disney now too. It's weird. Rated
they
R
own
Disney
everything.
movies.
It has. Yeah. Thanks, Deadpool.
yeah, right.
It has woven into the fabric of the kind of the folkiness of the country.
Yeah. I'm surprised we
Honestly.
didn't talk about Disney when we did our like modern folklore.
Yeah,
thing.
same.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like even the rides themselves have like
Yeah.
weird histories.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Like I've only been there once, and it was fine. It
In
was
Florida
very
or
hot.
California?
Florida. It was like the month before Diagon Alley was
Oh,
installed.
that's
So,
a bummer.
That's
Yeah.
Universal.
Diagon Alley's at Universal, sir.
Well,
The
that's
one
in
thing
Florida,
that Disney
right?
doesn't own.
Yeah, right.
I'm not going to lie, that's still a bummer.
That would be a bummer. That's still in Florida, right?
Yeah,
It is.
Okay.
Different park entirely,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah. Yeah, we would have gone, I'm sure. I don't know. I was just there. I didn't know the history. I was there for was it the Norway ride at Epcot before it was
Yes, yeah.
repurposed?
It's still in Norway.
Is it? Okay. They didn't change it,
It was called Maelstrom before.
Right.
Now it's the Frozen ride.
That's
Oh,
right.
That makes sense.
I still have a very vivid memory of us on that ride with one guy. I don't know why it was just us and one guy, and he looked exactly like Emmett Smith.
Oh, hey,
he's-
maybe it was Emmett Smith.
It might have been.
Just alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just right behind us. And when it goes back and it you think you're going to fall.
Yeah.
Like he yelled the loudest expletive I've ever heard. And I think of him
There
more
were
than
no
anything
kids.
else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think, Disney? That's who you think.
Yeah. It's like my only
Think of
memory.
Emmett Smith
Yep.
Screaming profanities.
Like right in my ear. And Soarin'. That was a fun ride.
Yeah, Soarin' is still fun. Soarin' is
Oh.
Carrie's one of her favorite rides.
Anytime she says, "What do we want to do again?"
Soarin'.
That's one.
Hang out with Patrick Warburton.
It makes me ill. It's so cool, but it makes me so
Does
sick.
it really?
Yeah. It's beautiful, though.
Right now, it's the anniversary version, so it's Soarin' over California
Oh, okay.
because it's the 100th anniversary of Disney becoming a company, and so now it's all California.
It's
Whereas-
crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
October 16th, 1923. That's when it became a company. This is a long time ago.
Did you just get that off the top of your head?
Yep.
Do you have that on your paper somewhere?
Don't look at my notes. I wrote 2 things for my introduction, and that was half of them.
Okay, I see. I read your notes to help my notes, and I didn't remember seeing that, so I was very impressed.
Like I updated it. I
That makes sense.
deleted a very long 3-paragraph introduction, using cliches and stuff to
So
bring us
funny.
through the journey of Disney. But I feel like the best place to start would be the classics.
Sure.
The old.
Yeah.
Because there's a bunch of different eras of Disney.
Yeah, there are,
I've seen
definitely.
them listed, but I don't remember what they are. It's like Golden Age.
Silver Age,
war-torn Disney.
Renaissance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Let's start with the earliest.
The black and white.
Snow White.
Yeah.
Steamboat Willie.
Steamboat, yeah.
Yeah.
The first appearance of Mickey Mouse on screen.
That's right. He was driving a boat.
whistling.
Fun fact, he still drives that boat in the Fantasmic Nighttime Spectacular at Hollywood Studios. And it's really cool because the coloration of that costume, he actually looks like the black and white Steamboat Willie. It's really neat.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. Super cool. Like that was like Avatar 1923.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Like people were like throwing up in the theater. It just caught them off guard. Like it's a mouse on a boat. Who captured this? Right. This is the future.
Oh my gosh.
Have you seen
Snow White was the first full-length animated film.
Yeah, I think it won Best Picture.
I think it
that
did
year.
too.
And he got a big Oscar and then 7 little Oscars for the
That's
work.
cool.
Yeah, that's cute.
People told them that he was wasting all of his money because no one would want to sit through a full-length cartoon.
Yeah, how wrong. How
right.
wrong they were.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Did you do any animation type stuff when you were in film school?
That's there's a simulation, animation, and gaming major.
Oh.
So I like animation a lot, but I don't know very much about it. Mm-hmm. I did write a 50-something page paper on Disney himself when I was like 14, so I don't remember any of it. But I used to know a lot.
So this was a work of creative nonfiction.
Yes, it was. It was like a multi-genre paper. So there was like essays and like theoretical conversations you might have had. So some of it was fiction, but it was all
this
based
for school?
Yes.
My word.
Freshman honors
That's
English.
awesome.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
What teacher was that?
Mr. McMahon.
Well
Mitch McMahon.
done, Mr. McMahon.
Yeah, I think he's retired now. Yeah, he was great.
What was the tone? Like, how did you paint Walt?
Better than I should have.
You were 14.
Yeah, and I like didn't really want to go super hard on him because I wanted to not have to do so much research, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I didn't really, when I was like 14, I didn't feel like I had the chops
Chops.
to do it. Yeah. So it was
Understandable.
more just like history of what happened and less like analysis. If that makes sense.
Makes sense. Be easier to write since like his fingers have been in every pot in this country.
Yeah. There'd be a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It'd have to be 75 pages.
Yeah.
oh my
It
God.
would be. Yeah.
Did you guys watch the old like early cartoons, like the black and white stuff?
I am not a fan of black and white animation
not
myself. I will watch Steamboat Willie, and my girls really like the skeleton dance one.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
so
that's
good.
Which is
good.
a lot of fun.
Good.
They like to watch because that one always comes up like in the spooky season, box, and you can click on it and it brings up all the stuff for spooky season. They like the skeleton dance one.
I don't even remember what the original song was for that animation because I've seen
I
so
don't
many
really
things
either.
placed over.
Same.
Just the visual stuff.
Yeah, which was amazing. Like, I don't think I ever watched hardly any of the old Disney movies.
Not old.
No.
Well, the like classic live action stuff. We always used to watch. Like there are some classic live action things that people never even heard of that like aren't on Disney Plus because they can't be digitized or whatever. But one of my favorite like early Disney movies is The Horsemasters, and it has Annette Funicello in it, and you cannot find it anywhere.
No, it's
Interesting.
amazing.
You cannot find it anywhere. But that one's a lot of fun.
Is that in the vault, as they call it? What is that?
It must be because I've never seen it. Like it has never been released anywhere.
Great.
That's a bummer.
Yeah.
And we didn't even have the movie. We had it taped. It was
Yeah,
it was taped on a VHS.
Off the Disney Channel.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
onto
amazing.
a VHS.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
So I wonder when the last time they played that was.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not sure. And it's a few of the things that like they had there's a TV series. It was called 5 Mile Creek that Disney produced, and it was a 20 episode series, and the first 15 have been re-released. The last 5 have not because Nicole Kidman owns the right to them.
Oh my gosh.
So
Just the last 5?
just the last, because those 5 she was in.
Oh, I
And
see.
she bought the rights to them. She was a brand new actress. They were filmed in Australia.
okay.
Kind of like the second Man from Snowy River movie, which is also Disney produced. But yeah, she owns the rights to them, and they've never been released on DVD or anything.
Why wouldn't she?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Seems like she would stand to make money from releasing
Maybe.
them.
Yeah,
You'd think.
she'd is fine in it.
Yeah,
it's
oh,
not
yeah.
like she's
Her hair's a little.
Yeah.
Her hair's a little
it's
wild,
a little askew
and untamed. But
What year was that released?
late '80s, maybe. I
don't
know. I'd have to take a minute for podcast research time. But
So she wasn't like a child actress.
no,
or
she was
anything.
probably 20, 22.
I would say.
Okay.
Very early in her career, though.
yeah.
And I guess her career's had a very specific trajectory with like
Sure.
Eyes Wide Shut and the rest.
Yeah.
Like that, I can't think of any like children's movie she's been in.
No, not really.
Yeah.
But it seems like that'd be weird if that was her sole reason for keeping it
Yeah.
like, locked away.
I don't know. And it's well known that she has the rights to them. It's not a
Okay.
secret.
Yeah,
So
weird.
Yeah, weird.
Another reason for Betty to hate Nicole
right.
Kidman.
Betty hates Nicole Kidman.
Oh, that's good to know.
There's hate, and then there's whatever Betty feels about this woman that she's never met because she's married to somebody
Keith
that
Urban.
she thinks is cute.
Yes. It's jealousy.
It
Got
is.
it. Been there.
We got to get Betty on the podcast so she can
She will
explain
not.
it.
She won't.
No,
That's
Like-
a hard pass.
we just have to corner her one day.
Yeah.
Get an authentic reaction. But yeah, going in like later years, how do you think the animation was like created back in the day? Was it still like the hand drawn, like frame by frame?
It was.
Yeah.
Okay.
There is something that released in October, and it's 100 Years of Animation, and it's like a 12-minute
I think I saw that
film. It's on
exists.
Disney Plus, and it is every single animated character that Disney has ever
Wow.
had, and they're all like interacting in this short film, and they hand drew that short film.
That's so cool.
That's
so yeah,
insane.
it was really neat.
I can't imagine the strain on an animator's wrist.
I was watching one of the neat things about Disney Plus as a streaming service is there's a lot of like Disney specific content about the company and about the studios and that kind of thing. One of my favorite shows on there is Behind the Attraction, and it tells
yeah.
the story of like the rides, and it's really fun. But I was watching a profile on one of the, I think there are 3 people on staff that still do hand-drawn animation.
Oh, cool.
And those 3 are the ones that worked on the 100th anniversary short film.
It's a
So-
dying art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just keep them on the payroll just in case they have these crazy
Yeah,
specials.
well, they still produce like art for, and you know, like posters and that kind of stuff. So they still do have like artists that hand draw things, but it's
Sure.
not always the animation.
Yeah.
So they're less animators and more like graphic artists.
Sure.
That's interesting.
Whether they're still getting employed by this
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
giant company.
I wish we
Yeah,
had
good for
more
them.
hand-drawn animation still coming out.
Be the change you want to see, Chloe.
No, I can't draw.
Like, it doesn't matter if it's good.
It does.
Okay.
But it
I
kind
feel
of
like
does.
it kind of
It kind of
does.
does.
Wow.
Might play a little role.
There's other studios
charming.
that'll do that, but not any big ones.
Either be really bad and make it seem like a child did it, or like get
It's an
better.
artistic choice.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I probably just won't draw.
Coward.
Okay, fair.
Do you have any like good memories of watching like old Disney classics, like with the family? Have they, like any classic Disney movies that has like the biggest place in your heart?
When you say classic, are you
Yeah.
talking about like
Pre,
old,
yeah.
like Snow White, Robin Hood?
I'm talking
Yay,
about.
Robin
Beauty.
Hood.
I like Robin Hood.
Me too.
Loved it. I guess
Lolly.
even like the 90s, because when I think of classics, I
Disney
still think of
Renaissance.
like
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
yeah, Little Mermaid.
Those are
started
ones that
the
feel
Renaissance.
classic to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
And
those ones I
same.
watched when I was a kid.
Sure.
like the Lion King.
Lion
my
King,
jam.
Aladdin.
See, I
Little
was
Mermaid.
in like maybe junior high when The Lion King came out.
See, and in my mind, if I'm thinking like classic, if it's VHS, if I watched it on VHS, then it's classic. If I
Agreed.
have not watched it on VHS, then it's modern. Like it's now. That's how I distinguish.
I feel like
Makes
that's
sense.
pretty close to how I feel about it.
yeah.
The ones that like classic animation ones that were my favorite were always Robin Hood and The
So
Sword and the
good.
Stone.
Oh yeah, the Sword and the Stone is really
Those are my
good.
So
two
good.
favorites.
Yeah. Those have a lot of, like, when they were still only doing hand-drawn animation, like, reused animation, too.
Yeah,
which
it's
is
really
cool.
interesting.
Yeah. I think there's one in Robin Hood that's the same as something in
The
Sleeping Beauty.
Jungle Book.
The Jungle Book
has one that's
like the dancing, because dancing is hard to animate because there's just like a lot of motion. So they'll just reuse that.
Yeah, and they just redo the face, and
they keep like the base, which is so smart.
Yeah,
and, like, people aren't going to notice that. Like, we only notice it, like, 50 years later when we're
people
going frame by frame.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's clever.
It is. Yeah.
Like, do they just have, like, the outline of these characters? Okay.
Yeah, like the base drawing of, like, a shape of a person.
Sure.
And you can draw, like, a human or an animal character on top of it. Yeah.
Crazy.
But the motions are the same, and
the twirling. Yeah.
I want to see a mashup. Seems like that would be fun.
Exist.
They
I'm
do
sure
exist.
they do. Like, I'm saying, I want to see it.
As you leave this office, you'll go and Google it.
I will.
All of your questions will be answered.
Like, I can picture it, like, waste of time.
Yeah.
I'll just watch the movies again. I don't think I ever saw that one, Sword in the Stone.
Oh, that one's lovely.
It's good.
It's lovely.
It's a lot of fun.
We have a picture in California of us trying to pull out the sword
Oh,
from the
cool.
stone
We do.
at Disney. We did not, by the way.
Like, is it something that's even possible? Is it just
You can't pull it all the way out. You can pull it like half of the way out.
Oh.
For probably insurance purposes.
Probably. That makes sense.
We can't have anyone running around stabbing someone.
Is it an actual sword?
I got it. It is. Yeah.
Could
It's right by the carousel.
Okay. I'll check it out.
You should watch The Sword in the Stone, though. It's fun. Merlin is really fun, and there's a wonderful battle between Merlin and his nemesis, Sorceress, and he has a talking owl named Archimedes, and it's great.
That sounds familiar. I've heard references.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
I think I just watched the same, like, 3 or 4 in a loop my entire childhood, which was Lion King, Little Mermaid, and Jungle Book.
Those are all good.
I'm not a Jungle Book fan because I don't like the snake.
Who played the snake? Is it Jeremy Irons?
No.
that was Scar.
Snaky
Scar.
Snakerson.
Yep, that's it. Definitely.
Nailed it.
I remember loving the soundtrack for that one. That was like the first time I fell in love with the soundtrack.
I want to be
as a
like
kid.
you.
Bare Necessities.
Yeah.
So good.
Those are really good. Aladdin has great music.
It does.
Yeah.
Just Aladdin was amazing all around.
Yeah, Aladdin is one of my favorites. It's really
Angriest I've ever been at a video game. It's like they made the video game so hard.
Is there a video game?
There is?
Yeah, for the Super Nintendo.
I was not aware.
good. Do you go into the Cave of Wonders?
Like, I can't get past the first level.
Still?
Like,
Still to this
I
day?
refuse to
That's
touch
a bummer.
it. It's beneath me. Like, I play only
Baseball games
PlayStation.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the spreadsheet simulators. But I did play it again like 2 years ago because we have a Super Nintendo, and it's just like the difficulty is because it's clunky, and it's like they call them bullet hell games now, which is just like everything is coming at the player, and you have to like dodge them.
Those are so stressful.
They are. This game was marketed to like 5-year-olds. It's insane. It changed me. I did trust issues.
Started questioning everything.
I did. Like, my enjoyment of video games was just like, this is bad. This is supposed to be what I do to get away from school.
Yeah, no stress.
Yeah. Great movies, though.
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about? Theme parks? Do you have any other things you want to talk about with the movies?
Oh, I don't know. They keep making them.
Yeah,
they
there's
sure
some
do.
really good recent
Oh,
ones.
we'll get into
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
I'm talking about classics right now.
Classics.
classic
Oh,
theme
absolutely.
parks.
Yeah.
Leia, what's your favorite classic theme park?
Cedar Point.
Michigan Adventure?
Michigan Adventure.
I
Yeah.
love the Halloweenkends at Cedar Point. That's unrelated to this episode, but it's cool.
I actually think Tyler went to that a couple years ago.
It's so fun. Yeah.
And didn't take us?
Wow.
Rude.
You live 18 states away, so
It's true. I do.
I do still like a couple of the classic ones, and if like I want to put something on and just have background noise, like the other night I watched 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, which is one of my favorites.
They remade that one, didn't they? Like the last couple of years ago. The movie.
No.
I'll look at it.
No.
You might be. We talked about the Rick Riordan.
Yeah,
book
Rick
that's
Riordan
like
wrote a book that was a retelling
Yeah,
of...
Daughter of the Deep. We talked
Yeah.
about that.
Sure.
We did.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll look into it.
And Swiss Family Robinson, which is a fun adventure movie.
They have a Swiss Family Robinson ride, don't they?
Or the treehouse. You can climb up through the treehouse and stuff. Yeah.
So fun. Love that movie.
Which I introduced my husband to a couple years ago because he had no idea.
Holds up.
It does hold. I was just gonna say, holds up.
It does.
Yep.
It was like very whimsical. Like I love the quality of like the old Disney movies.
Yeah.
Just like nothing like them.
The first few live action Disney movies that were made were based on some of Walt's favorite like classic books. So like Treasure Island, The Swiss Family Robinson, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, Davy Crockett. So some of the really early films were films based on books that he wanted to see movies about.
That's so cool.
So that's how they figured out how they would do the first few of them.
That's crazy. So, Pioneer. Wish I had that kind of money.
He didn't have any, and
Not
that
when he
was
started.
that was part of the issue. Like it was make it or you're going home and you won't have a house anymore because you'll be so broke.
Like there's no Walt Disneys anymore.
No.
Is that a good thing?
Good and bad, I think. Like he was a big anti-Semite, but he did a lot of like good creative work.
Yeah.
So
absolutely
complicated.
Just like usually when you look at like historical figures, you can come up with like a modern, like a contemporary equivalent.
Sure,
but like nothing like Walt Disney. I feel
another like weird thing is I've never heard of anyone else ever to have that last name.
Yeah, me neither.
I've never heard that last name again.
He had a brother, Roy, and he had kids, but I think he only had daughters.
Abigail Disney is the current and I think last surviving Disney. But I've never heard like another person out in the wild with that last name.
It's so interesting.
That is interesting. And that was his like birth name.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, they didn't.
Did you ever watch the Tom Hanks, the Saving Mr.
Banks?
Yeah.
I have not. I know it. But I have not.
It was good.
Was it? What was it about?
Tom Hanks as Walt Disney. It's been a long time. BJ Novak's in it.
Oh, I like him.
It's the story of the creation of Mary Poppins.
Yes, and she played by Helen Mirren, Meryl Streep.
Helen Mirren, I think.
Okay, I'll look into it.
Someone tell us if we're wrong.
You mixed them up last episode.
You did.
Like, that was a stab in the dark, and I got one of them.
It's pretty good.
I thought it was amazing on my end. But saw that in the theater, and it was like learned so much about Walt Disney, and just like did a lot of independent research about him.
He's like a really interesting person. Like the train set that he built for his kids at his house is so like
in his backyard.
Cool. Like he sounds like he was a great dad.
Yeah.
He's like
that's where the concept of the park came from.
Yeah.
So he wanted a park that parents and kids could play at together because, like, when he took his daughters to the merry-go-round at the local park, he wasn't allowed on the ride with them.
Yeah.
So, does anyone know why in a lot of the Disney films and even in the animation, there's no mom?
I've only heard that it's like money, less characters to animate, but I think that's more of a Pixar thing.
So after Disney was like flush with money, he bought his parents a new house, and what they didn't know was that there was a gas leak in the house. The furnace had a gas leak, and his mom passed away because of the gas leak in the house, and he always blamed himself and always thought that it was his fault, and so that's why often the mother does not appear in the movies because it was such a sore spot for him.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
Oof.
It's terrible.
That is terrible.
It is not his fault.
It's heartbreaking.
It is. That makes sense.
Yeah, like I feel like most people would add like more mother figures in movies. It's like maybe it was just the way that he handled grief.
Yeah, he's projecting.
It's a huge point of guilt.
Oh,
Because he felt like he had the means and the resources that he should have been able to fix the problem.
And it carried with him like through his entire life. Sure. So awful.
Sure. How about what's your favorite Disney character, Zach?
Oh my god. Like classic or current?
Pick.
Okay.
You pick. Pick one of each.
Oh, all right, come back to me. Okay. I like Oh, calm down. Like, I always really liked the like growing up as a kid. Like, I really wanted to be like Robin Williams because his genie was so funny.
Genie is super good.
Also liked Jafar.
Oh, Jafar's cool.
I always played him when we were role playing Aladdin.
Okay.
I didn't know he was the bad guy.
I liked Iago. I really like Iago.
Yeah.
Is that
The parrot.
Gilbert Gottfried?
Yes.
Yeah. The easy to spot.
I wasn't always a Boo fan.
He's so cute.
It's really cute. Is that your pick, Carrie?
No,
Like,
I would pick Winnie the Pooh.
Oh,
good pick.
I was and still am. If you see my Christmas presents this year, I am still a Winnie the Pooh fan.
I love the Winnie the Pooh movies.
Yeah.
Those are good.
Yeah.
For some reason, I did not like them growing up, and I think it's because my grandma thrust them upon me. She's like, "You will be quiet. You will watch these movies and tell me what you thought." I was so scared. Carried that over for many years.
Oh.
Now I love him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Winnie the Pooh ride at Disney World is so fun because it's like you ride in a honeypot through the story of the classic The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. Like you're a character in the book. It's super fun.
That's
and
awesome.
when you're in line, you get to play with the honey on the walls
cool.
instead of just stand there and stare at the person in front of you.
Forgot
There's
about that.
there's also a garden
And a
that
little
can
house
play
you can go in.
Pooh's house. It's a lot of fun. That queue was fun.
It's funny because that episode that you guys did where you were talking about what land you would want to live in, 100 Acre Woods. I thought of it when you guys were talking
That's
about
a
it.
great answer.
Yeah, that would
right?
be so
Never would have
pleasant
thought
and
about
nice.
that.
Yeah.
Very lovely.
It is.
And serene.
Yeah, it's a example of property that had gone into
Public domain.
public domain that they really like took and made their own.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
And now Disney's version of Pooh is in the public domain, which is why we had
It's crazy.
the horror movie this fall.
Yes, I did not see that. It looks really bad or
Horrid.
great.
Yeah,
I think I might like to hate watch it.
maybe.
Yeah, right.
Maybe.
I feel like you have to really knock it out of the park to do something like that.
Yeah.
It's like a cool idea, but if you're just gonna make it unwatchable, what's
Right.
the point?
Yeah.
Waiting 100 years for something like that.
That's true. That's a long time.
Awful.
Yeah.
What about you, Brittany? What's your favorite Disney character? Alive or not?
Alive or not?
Some of them die. Yeah.
Bambi's mom.
Yeah.
Gaston.
Yeah.
He is implied to die.
Oh yeah, right. He deserved it though.
Yeah, he
Bambi's
was
mom
horrible.
didn't.
No, she did not. She was innocent.
Yep. I think of all the like film characters, I like Robin Hood the best.
Robin Hood is good.
It's really good.
Of like the classic six, I would say Mickey. Cliche, but I think Mickey is fun.
Yeah,
Been a
he's
lot
cool.
of iterations. They've
Yeah,
all been
that's true.
pleasant.
Yeah.
I can do without ever watching Mickey Mouse Clubhouse again.
Oh, I'm not a fan. I have a note about that on here.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Just how so many talented people were on the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, but then they went through like 10 years of hitting the absolute rock bottom before they could claw their way back into like society because being a child actor is terrible.
Yep.
So bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Terrible. The cartoon's theme song was done by a band called They Might Be
Giants.
Gnats, I think. No, it is the They Might Be Giants cover band. It's not actually They Might Be Giants.
That's so interesting.
Yep. I might get the name wrong because Gnat is not a thing.
Is it just gnats?
That doesn't make sense. They might be gnats. So look it up.
Okay.
I have.
You have.
And you don't remember.
Well, it's something like that.
Close.
Yeah.
Close.
Speak amongst yourselves.
They might be giants.
Oh, disagree. You're talking about the cartoon?
I have the CD in my car, the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse one.
What?
I don't know what you think you have.
They Might Be Giants did a cover.
Maybe.
Like,
Yeah.
they're quirky enough. That could happen.
Have you seen them in concert? I feel like they're a band you've probably seen in concert.
No, but that would be fun. Yeah. They had like an entire album about numbers and math.
Interesting.
That sounds terrible.
Like it's the
sounds like your nightmare.
It is kind of nightmarish, but in a very cute and listenable way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I'm thinking. Just keep talking.
Not finding the answer you want to find?
No, not at all.
Keep scrolling.
Sorry.
How about you, Chloe? Who's your favorite character?
It's so hard to choose. I like Sarabi from The Lion King a lot.
Mm-hmm.
His mom.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I like Belle. I like Cinderella.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the princesses.
Sure.
Yeah. I like a lot of the new ones too.
Moana is my favorite new princess.
Moana's, I think, the best of the new ones. I liked Encanto a lot too.
My girls love Encanto.
Yeah, that's fun. I'm not a huge Lin-Manuel fan, so
I am a Lin-Manuel fan.
But the music in that movie is really good. He did a great job.
Yeah,
so good.
Yeah.
And I think I like the theme and the message of that movie was really great. I think.
Yeah, I think so too. It was pretty well done, and it's beautiful too. I liked Onward. Oh, that's Pixar. Never mind. But owned by Disney. Yeah. I've talked about that before. I think that was in the underrated episode.
Yeah, it was.
That's really good. Yeah, I like Sarabi. That might be my answer.
It's a great answer.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Google's not bringing up any results.
No results. We'll never know.
Nothing at all. The question for the ages, I think. Like I saw what you like.
So they will be giants.
You got to use.
It's 100%.
You have to use Ask Jeeves, or it doesn't count.
Yes, Jeeves.
Are you going on ChatGPT?
No. Okay. So years ago, we used to have somebody here named Olivia, and one of the only things that we ever talked about was that theme song. And I'm trying to find.
Who sings the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse theme song?
Well,
They Might
Google's
Be
wrong.
Giants.
Yep,
They also
Google's
sing
wrong.
the hot dog song.
Maybe
Oh,
that's
hot
what
diggity
I was-
dog.
Is that what I'm thinking of?
It's also them.
It's also
I don't
them.
agree.
They Might Be Giants. If you're listening, please let Zach know that you sing and deserve all the credit for the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse
don't
song.
understand.
So sorry. On his
June
behalf.
5th, 2019, I sent Olivia this message. Yo, this is super random, but I just looked it up. The Mickey Mouse Clubhouse theme was done by They Might Be Ganetts. They Might Be Giants tribute band.
Wait, spell it again?
Ganetts.
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 You were just making a joke, and I feel like, and then you just believe
Did you
it.
have a fever at the time?
Like usually. And then Olivia said, "Oh, okay, but it's on the They Might Be Giants Spotify with a bunch of question marks."
She even questioned your knowledge.
Olivia's very smart.
Yeah.
And I said, "Dude, they were big back in the day." Which, okay. Oh, wait, that was in response to them saying I didn't know They Might Be Giants was good enough to warrant a tribute band. So,
And they're not.
Apparently, what did I find?
Years ago?
I've been
I
carrying
don't
this.
know.
That's an excellent
I've told
question.
so many patrons that it's not They Might Be Giants.
Have you though?
Like at least 3.
Oh no.
That was always my Mickey Mouse Clubhouse fact.
How often do you need a Mickey Mouse Clubhouse?
It comes up more than you think. We circulate Mickey Mouse DVDs
That's true.
constantly.
That's true. Yeah.
And if the parents don't say anything first, I have to come say something. It's usually, here's a fun fact.
Yeah.
I don't know where you guys were in the conversation. So,
Welcome back.
thank you.
Completely derailed.
Yeah.
Good choices.
Thanks.
Yeah.
You talked about the Moana soundtrack?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And Encanto.
Encanto's got such a good soundtrack.
Frozen has a good soundtrack.
Mm-hmm. Lovely.
Yeah. Knock them out of the park every time.
My sister got me the Frozen 2 record vinyl for Christmas soundtrack.
Very cool.
This is a great soundtrack, too.
Yeah.
Frozen 3 was announced about a month ago.
my goodness.
What?
Wow.
Did not know that.
Frozen 2
Yeah.
felt so complete to me.
That hasn't made it to New Mexico yet. Tell me all about it.
Yeah.
We don't get things on time. I
Bob
was
Iger-
looking for something for
Bob
Cammy.
Iger announced it at D23.
Wow,
Where they announce all
that's
the upcoming
thrilling.
news. Yeah.
That's
It
thrilling.
is in pre-production.
Cool.
I just watched the behind the scenes making of Disney 2, where they
mean
with
Frozen
the Frozen 2 with the animation and stuff. Very
insane.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Like,
the animation in that movie was so good.
Yeah.
The water.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
It was lovely.
It was beautiful.
one of the questions that I had on here was, how do you think Disney going into CGI, how has that changed the storytelling from like the old movies to like the Disney now? Because they feel like two very separate products.
I think they are separate products. I think they're less dependent on retellings than they used to be.
Sure.
I don't know what that has to do with the animation process, but
I don't know.
far fewer retellings than there used to be.
Yeah. Like, I wonder if the company has changed so much that they just changed their vision over time.
Maybe.
Because, like, they do feel like way more modern. I know that that's because they're made today, but, like...
They're less fairy tales. And I
Yes.
mean,
Yeah.
fairy tales by nature are going to be nostalgic and,
True.
classic.
Yeah, and they still do some fairy tale things, but they're kind of branching
Sure.
out in cultures.
Yeah.
Like different cultures, like
Yeah.
Moana and
Yeah.
Encanto. But
They're, like,
Still.
modernizing it
Yeah.
to be, like, appealing to everybody.
yeah, they're not just taking the story as it was.
Man down.
One of the cool things I think is that they use, like, environmental pieces as, like, characters, like in Moana, like the water is
yeah.
like its own character, and you couldn't do
Yeah.
that with, like, standard animation. And, like, when you were
very
talking
hard.
about Frozen being animated, I was thinking,
With
like,
the
the
wind.
snow. Yeah.
the
snow
wind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gale.
Really? Yeah, that's right. I just got it. That's a pun.
Yeah, GALE.
Like, you couldn't do that with the animation from, like, the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, it would be very tough.
Yeah. So I guess there were those limitations.
They just opened I haven't seen it yet, but it just opened a couple weeks ago, a new section in Epcot that's a walkthrough, and it's called, it's Moana, The Journey of Water. And it's based on Moana, but it goes through the water cycle.
That's cool.
And there are, like, in the carvings of the stonework and stuff, there are characters from the movie, and the water does really, like, magical and amazing
Oh,
things.
that's so cool.
So
That's awesome.
I'm looking forward to being able to see that at some point in time.
I say,
Sounds
like, I would like to
beautiful.
just, like, find a video on YouTube of that, but I feel like that's something you would have to, like, experience in person.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I think back in the day, like in Pocahontas, she had to sing about it. Like they did the song about the colors of the wind.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of there being colors
Instead
in
of
the wind.
yeah,
They
It was like
did.
yeah,
exposition.
they did, and
Yeah.
they can do
That
it
is
with
gorgeous.
leaves and
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Pocahontas is beautiful.
Yeah, or like in Pooh, they use his umbrella
Yeah.
to signify wind or
True.
something like that. So
Yeah.
they had to get a little more creative to use that kind of stuff as
Yeah, that's a good point. They were just using it, like, as exposition.
Yeah, yeah, for
Explaining
sure.
yeah.
Visual exposition.
yeah.
Yeah. I feel like now it's probably easier to create as well. Like, as soon as you have, like, the technology to make the Moana water, it's not like a
Yes.
frame-by-frame drawing, which is kind of, like, has
can
its
use
own
that.
actual properties.
Yeah. And every movie going forward then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
They don't have to start from scratch. Not that they were starting from scratch back then, but
There's a
True.
really interesting TED Talk that I show my students every semester when we talk about, like, the interconnectedness of different subjects. And she is an animator for Pixar and shows how the science and the storytelling are interconnected, and the science of the animation and how light
oh, cool.
plays into the storytelling. It's really interesting. I can't right off the top of my head remember what her name is, but it's called The Science of Storytelling. And she does a really nice job of using, like, Pixar's animation process to talk about why storytelling is important for science, and science is important for math, and math is important for storytelling, and that kind of thing. So
This is really cool.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
she worked on Nemo
Oh,
and on Brave.
love Nemo.
Brave was one of the prettiest movies when it came out. Like, her hair
Yeah,
was
oh,
like its
yeah.
own, like,
Yeah.
personality.
Brave.
Yeah.
Pixar always has like one new animation technique in their movies that they're like trying out for the first time, and I think her hair in that movie.
Really?
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't know that.
Wow.
Doesn't
And
surprise me.
Rapunzel's hair was also one. And then Incredibles 2 was Violet's hair. So hair is like hard. So they're frequently like, look what we can do with hair.
Yeah,
but
cool.
yeah, every movie they have like a new animation thing that they're excited about.
Huh.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Super interesting.
Yeah. Love Pixar.
Like, I feel like working with 100,000 strands of hair, like you kind of have to have like visual techniques to maybe like work some magic to make it just seem that way. Must be nice having a big brain to just like come up with this technology.
I know, right?
Gives me anxiety thinking about all the
Honestly.
hair.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Not only that, having all of these crazy deadlines that you have to meet to like get this stuff done. Like, I have a friend that lives in California, and she actually is employed by Pixar, and she does some graphic design for them. And she said it's actually not like that high stress. Like, I guess the work culture is very positive.
Good.
But like,
I
still,
would hope so.
Yeah,
high
right?
stress. Yeah. Made me like Pixar even more.
Yeah. I like Pixar quite a bit.
I was watching a documentary on, maybe it was the same Frozen 2 documentary, but one of the animators talked about how they worked months and months and months, and they had like 1 5-second scene, and it was the one where Elsa at the beginning runs up and she slides on the ice, and they worked for months on that one like 5-second clip.
And they changed it. They didn't like what they did. So yeah, I mean, that's they walk into these meetings, and it was the same thing that I watched. And they walk into these meetings and they show it to everybody else, and then they critique it. But that's something that they have been working on for
Oh my God.
months.
My heart couldn't take
Yeah.
like, any criticism
Yeah.
for that at all.
They just sit there and hopefully it's good news, and they say, and sometimes they'll say, well, let's lose that.
That's
Jeez.
Yeah.
so painful.
I guess when you have that talent and like you know what you're doing, it's less completely emotionally damaging because like you know they can recreate it, but months of work.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like having to redo that is crazy.
Yeah.
We don't have to do that here. We just like check that book in better. Like, it doesn't take me months.
Do it 2 times.
Twice.
Yeah.
So we make sure
That's
it
right.
gets done.
Always.
Yeah.
We care about our work here.
Yeah.
Speaking of books, Disney also has their fingers in lots of publishing projects. Our favorite Uncle Rick's stuff is all published under Disney's Disney Hyperion label in the Rick Riordan Presents series, which is really, really diverse, and I feel like they're working hard to do that.
Yeah, I've read several of the Riordan Presents ones, and they're super good. They're really, really good.
They keep a new one pops up like every couple of months.
I
and
cannot keep up.
lots of new BIPOC authors, which is nice. So
Super cool.
They're every medium at this point.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah.
And like all of their products are like good.
Yeah.
So they're not just like ham fisting a bunch of stuff.
well, even for adults, they produce really high quality, like Star Wars sci-fi books that are canon and add to the story, which makes a lot of people happy.
That's cool.
Which I'm glad you told me about that. I'm really excited to read the Firefly
Yeah.
graphics
Oh,
again.
yeah. And they own National Geographic also, so lots of nonfiction books. So all the Nat Geo, travel books and that kind of stuff are all Disney produced, and
Yeah. I love the National Geographic shows that are like the behind, I think they're called Secrets of the Zoo or something.
Yeah.
I love those shows.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Australia one is my favorite.
The Australia Zoo.
Yeah. I can't remember where exactly it is, but it's really cool.
They
Is
got
that the
some
one
messed
with-
up animals over
They
there.
Oh, Terrifying.
They are.
all of the worst animals and most deadly animals in the world are in
Cool to see on a
Australia.
screen. Yeah.
Even the platypus, which
Yeah.
is just like a funny thing.
Right.
It's very
Poisonous.
dangerous.
Yeah.
Little
Or I
switchblades
guess
on the back
venomous,
of its
yeah.
Yeah.
that like you get
Yeah.
necrosis.
Barbs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. In that show, they sent a pair of platypuses to California to be in a zoo there, and it was like the first time they successfully got platypuses to a zoo outside of Australia. Like they're so
Really?
hard to keep alive. Yeah.
Really?
As far as I know, they're still doing well.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I have never seen
very
one,
tricky
so
to
I guess
care
that
for.
I'd never thought about
Yeah.
the fact that
Yeah.
I'd never seen one at
They're
the
That
zoo
so like
before. But
little too. Like in my head, they're giant. I think because of Phineas and Ferb. They're so little.
which I love. It's one of my favorite Disney
So
animated
good.
series.
Yeah, that one is amazing. I love Phineas and Ferb.
I do too.
Candace.
Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
Yes.
So fun. Perry the Platypus.
You're all just saying syllables that I don't understand.
That's where I'm at.
It's a good show. It is. Yeah. So Phineas and Ferb are on summer vacation, and they have an older sister named Candace who think they're giant pests, which of course they are. They're her little brothers.
She's right. Usually,
they have a family pet who is a platypus named Perry, but Perry the Platypus has a secret life as a secret agent called Agent P. And Dr. Doofenshmirtz is always trying to destroy the world, and Agent P...
The tri-state area.
Yeah, the tri-state, right, the tri-state area. But we don't know which tri-states it is.
No idea.
But Agent P, Perry the Platypus, in his disguise, always thwarts Dr. Doofenshmirtz's plans. And Phineas and Ferb also help unknowingly.
Yes.
So
many inventions they make.
I didn't know that I knew so little about Phineas and Ferb.
So
I missed that one.
Like, I feel like it was so popular that I must have watched it. But
it's a lot of
You'd
fun.
like it, I think.
Probably.
Yeah.
Seems absurd.
Lots of imagination and lots of like smart humor.
Yeah, it's really funny.
It is.
Yeah, I always see that listed like on Reddit lists about like your favorite animated shows because apparently it's very well done.
Yeah.
It is. The theme song is excellent. Yeah.
Who does the theme song, Chloe?
I don't know, Zach.
Okay.
I don't know things like this.
I don't either.
Tell us who you think it is, and then be as adamant about it as that.
I can't do that.
I can't go back into this deep dive. Like I'm gonna just look up. They might be Ganets, and I'll see what
I don't
comes
think
up.
that's how you say it.
It does. Like I know how to spell it. Well, how would you say it?
I don't know.
Ganets?
I don't want to.
Ganettis?
Ganetics? They might be Ganetics.
So Italian
Could
sound.
be.
It makes as much sense as anything else.
Yeah.
I found that somewhere. But what do you say we take an ad break?
Okay,
Let's do it.
All right. Take us away, Chloe and Zach.
Bye.
Hey there, Chloe.
Hey, Zach.
How's it going?
I'm pretty good.
You like
How are
those
you?
Disney movies?
I do.
If you had to come up with one program, what would that look like?
What is
Well, I'm asking because we've got programs coming up, starting with Teens and Tweens, January 17th from 5 to 7. Avery's going to have a gaming night not starring, that doesn't make any sense, featuring Teens and Tweens. You can come in, play games in the community room. There's going to be snacks and stuff.
Yeah, they had one game night already, and it sounded like it was really fun.
Yeah.
Quite a few people came.
It was a good time.
They had good snacks. I think that... Was there ice cream last time?
I didn't hear anything about that, but maybe.
There might have been. I don't know what they'll be this time, though. It was really fun, though, I heard.
Yeah. I heard some stories. Sounds like the games are good, legit.
Yeah.
Avery's a good trainer, teacher.
Host of the event. Yeah.
Good job, Avery.
Good job, Avery. We've also got book club coming up on the 24th at 6 p.m. The evening book club will meet to discuss The Dutch House.
Heard good things.
Yeah. That one looks really... Is that Tom Patchett?
Tom, like Ann Patchett.
Ann Patchett.
Tom's
Why did
her
I
brother.
think Tom?
I don't have any clue.
Tom's Lake or something? Does she have another book called Tom's something?
Tom's Slick.
Tom's Lake.
Like, probably, I can't say now
Okay.
because I've never
Ann
heard of
Patchett.
it. Yeah. You
So
didn't answer
sorry,
my
ma'am.
question about the
What's your
programs.
question? I don't know.
If Chloe had a program.
Probably just be like watching a movie, talking about it.
Well, that's why this job went to Avery. Okay. And then on the January 25th at 10 a.m., the morning book club is going to read March by Geraldine Brooks.
That's right.
She's got a lot of one-word titles.
Horse.
Yep. I think that's it.
That's all I can think
She's
of.
got 700 books.
Yeah. They both look good. And then on January 25th at 3:45 p.m., Miss Barbara has a teen program where you'll be making snowflakes out of perler beads.
What kind of beads? Snowflake beads? Okay.
Perler beads.
Okay. What are those?
I'm not sure. Are they those ones that you put together on like a mold and then use it, not a flat iron, just an iron
Oh, maybe.
to like join them, or you put them in the oven or something?
I think I've heard of those. That sounds
I've
cool.
used them before, if that's what it is, and it was really fun.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds
You need adult
A lot of
supervision.
temperature.
Yes.
Yeah.
Barbara.
Wouldn't want to make a craft that involves like
An iron.
extreme heat.
Yeah.
I don't want to
I assume
manipulate like the chemical structure of
The
anything.
melt. I assume Miss Barbara will be wielding any of the heat.
Sure.
Yeah. I trust her.
Have you heard of? you heard of that?
I did hear it.
There's something called heat death.
Like of the universe.
Oh my god, the universe doesn't let me.
It's a conspiracy.
Have you heard of a? Okay.
I just have a piercing that's really infected, and I forgot. And I touched my ear in agony. I'm fine.
Yeah, it
All
didn't
that
look
out.
good.
It hurts a lot.
Oh.
I need to take it out, but
This'll-
I can't. It's stuck.
This will distract you. It's something called heat death
Of the universe.
of the universe. It's when like the like base temperature and I'm gonna preface this with I don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh, I know.
Okay. But like the standardized the temperature of the universe and like the universe. Like I need to do more research.
Keep going.
like-
Explain it.
But like the hottest temperature in the universe and the coldest, like they kind of like meet in the middle. And so like when they meet in the middle, it's impossible to create energy.
Oh,
And if it's impossible to create energy, like the black holes just like shrivel up and like stars just fizzle out.
so we'd all die.
Like this is going to be a few years from now. I think
few,
we'll be
just a few.
elderly.
Okay.
So-
as long as we're old.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fine, I guess.
I would love to go out that way.
Not good for everybody else that's young.
No,
No,
but
like you have kids.
that's true.
Yeah.
But we're not to get political, but we are tapping into all of the resources.
That's true. Global warming.
Yeah,
It's real.
something.
Can we say that? Yeah.
I don't think that should be a hot take.
I don't
but
think so either.
Let us know in the comments.
It's pretty hot.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, like you can pass because your ear hurts. But I
does.
thought it was funny.
Thanks.
Let's go back to Disney.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Wow, good job, Chloe and Zach.
Oh, good job.
Didn't have any idea those were going to be the programs.
Oh no.
So, we should talk about Disney puzzles, Carrie. Is that a thing that exists?
It is a thing that exists.
Elaborate.
So I first discovered him with Thomas Kincaid. He does a lot of the Disney puzzles, and then he flipped into so you can get the calendars for Thomas Kincaid that are based off of the puzzles.
Interesting.
Yeah, and so they come in. Usually, I do the bigger ones, but I will get some for the girls.
Oh, fun.
But yeah, you can get anything from the older stuff to the newer stuff, and they have all different. I was just looking up ones. They have princess ones, so it's like you can get Belle, and it's the castle, and it's all the rooms of the castles.
Oh, cool.
In
Is
the
it
castle.
a freaky puzzle?
It's not. It's
like a cutaway.
Like a
cutaway
section.
Cool.
Yeah, and so they have those ones out now, and you can buy them in a 4-pack, and it's all very thrilling.
classic scenes done in the Thomas Kincaid style.
Exactly.
With the colors and the
Yeah.
I want to see the representation of this. One
Yeah.
picture. I don't know what my brain is picturing.
I have a few on my phone. I can show you afterwards.
Okay. I want to see this. That's so cool. I wonder, did they have a bunch of non-authorized Disney puzzles that came out before?
I to be honest, I don't know who owns the rights to them. There's another company that
they
does
work
them.
with the Kincaid Studio because the art stores on Disney properties have the prints of them.
They
Oh,
do.
okay.
Yes.
That's cool.
And then that I say Seiko. CEACO is another brand that does the Disney puzzles. But then you can also go when you're at Disney. They have some of their own. So I did one for her, and it's the original map of Disney.
Oh, that's cool.
Cool.
Yeah. So, so they have a lot of fun ones that I really enjoy to do.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Love puzzles.
Me too.
So delving into all different art forms.
Yeah.
Like some of the galleries on property have the sculptures and
Yes.
just you name it, they have it. Diamond, Swarovski structures that
gosh.
cost tens of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
And it's wild.
Yeah.
The bones on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride are real bones.
Yes. Absolutely.
Real human skeletons.
True.
Yikes.
True story.
They did not consent.
No, I'm sure. I'm sure
Maybe they did. How do you know?
Oh,
I would consent to my skeleton being used in the Pirates of the Caribbean.
honestly.
I don't think I would.
Like, what do you need your bones for after you die?
I guess nothing.
If you
Right?
can't be a Disney ride, what would you want to be?
Seriously.
I don't know. I can't think of anything better, but I also can't think of anything worse.
You can't
Sounds
think of
terrible.
anything worse.
Well,
Your bones crafted into weapons, which is given to one of our...
oh my gosh.
Whoa.
Give it to Baghdad?
Hard left.
Like that's-
Hard left.
That's fine.
worse. That's worse. You're right.
Okay.
I take it back.
Thank you. That's all
I'm
I ask.
surprised your brain didn't go there, Chloe, as a
seriously.
scenario.
Yeah, it should have been my first thought. Yeah, that's definitely worse.
Definitely.
I guess I just don't want them to be used for anything.
That's fair. That's a good request.
All right. Not even for science.
That would be fine. I didn't expect to have to say that on today. But yeah, I'm an organ donor.
Yeah.
Those aren't
Same.
organs, but
No.
yeah.
True.
You don't have bone donor selected?
Like, I don't remember that being
How does that
form.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
If you say I want my body donated to science, can you be an organ donor and a science body donor? I don't know.
Maybe.
Like, hopefully. I don't want to have to, like, go through a list and make check marks of what I'm okay with them using. Like, I don't need it.
No.
It's fine.
It's fine.
But yeah, that's part of, like, that ride is so fun. Like, the Disney rides that, like, take you through, like, a scene. Or, like,
Sure.
you see, like...
The dark rides.
Yeah. It's like a story.
Yeah.
Do you know why there's a drop in the Pirates of the Caribbean?
Because Walt Disney wanted my ribs to break when I was on it. Because there was, like, no water, and that was the most painful experience of my life.
Because there wasn't enough space inside for them to build the building that Pirates of the Caribbean is in. So they had to put it on the other side of the Disney Railroad track. So the drop is you going underneath the Disney Railroad
Interesting. So it's
track
just
to get
carved
in,
out.
to
Yes.
get into the ride building.
Yes.
That's
And
interesting.
at Disneyland, there are 2 drops to
Okay.
get through there.
That's did not know that.
There's all sorts of interesting things about the parks. Like, did you know the park is actually the second story? And the first story of the park is what's called the utilidors, which is a system of underground tunnels that
Oh,
allows
yeah.
people to get from, like, cast members to get from sections of the park. Because Walt was in the park one day and saw a cowboy from Frontierland walking through Tomorrowland, and it didn't fit.
Yeah.
So
Anachronistic.
So that happened at Disneyland. So at Disney World, they built the utilidors to use. So no one appeared anywhere that they shouldn't be.
Smart.
To break the image.
And it would.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the one place I would go and work just so I could see the behind the scenes,
Yeah.
get all the, the details.
But then you
Yeah.
have to deal with all the people.
Oh. And the costumes in, like, 95-degree heat.
They've
Yeah.
got it. There's got to be some sort of cooling system within them, right?
I would
There has to be.
Hope.
I
There
did
has to be.
research about it because I really wanted to be
What
like
did you find out?
No, it's terrible.
There's not?
No, at least when I was
my
looking into
word.
this, like, I don't know, 10 years ago maybe.
Huh.
But yeah, I really wanted to be like a character at Disney because I did a lot of theater and stuff, and I thought it would be really fun. But like, you have to start as like a costumed character,
Sure.
not like a face
A
character.
face character.
Yeah.
And it's like so specific, all the face characters. Like your height has to be like within a couple inches, and your weight, and like everything. And it's just like I don't have the time or energy. Yeah.
They have a really extensive college program.
Yes, I was gonna do that.
That
I
would have
looked
been,
into
I
that.
think, a lot of fun had I known about it at the time.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
looks quite cool, and they do a lot of entertainment stuff, and like that's what I went to school for. So I really considered it, but I've heard
My
a lot
son-
of mixed things.
My son Tyler sang in his high school show choir, and they went to Disney and performed at Disney.
Oh, that's so cool.
It was really cool.
We performed there when I was in band.
Did you?
Yeah, we
Wow.
like did a little parade through there. Yeah, it's really fun.
Sounds unpleasant.
It was cool. It was a really short parade.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, and like
That's
we're
really
used
cool,
to
though.
doing like the Labor Day parade and the Danish Festival parade, which
Sure.
are long
Torture.
and hot. Yeah,
Torturous.
This was like December in Florida, so it wasn't
It was,
horrible.
like, perfect. kind
Yeah,
of.
it was
Okay.
beautiful.
What character would you have wanted to be?
I wanted to be Cinderella, but I was too short. Yeah.
It's terrible.
It's okay. I wouldn't want to do that now.
That's fair.
I would be so exhausted.
It would be
I
tiring.
would be so tired. I don't think I could keep that persona up for a long time. Ariel would be the best one to be because she
gets to sit down.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you on that one.
Yeah.
I want to see what the interview process is with their like guest on, because like he's got to be like on all the time.
Yeah.
Like, he's got to be very naturally funny.
So there is a husband and wife, and then there's a third-party YouTube team that I follow. They're called Mammoth Club. And they all three used to work at Disney.
Okay.
And Alan was a guest on.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow.
So in some of their early stuff, they talk about Molly did the VIP behind-the-scenes tours. And then Max was a trainer for other, other cast members. So they all have very, very deep behind the scenes knowledge, which is part of the reason why they're a lot of fun. But yeah, he was guest on.
That's
really
so
cool.
Fun.
Yeah.
That would be a hard one to manage,
Yep.
like being a villain, but also like being nice to
and
kids.
then also he was two characters. He was Gaston and he was also Prince Charming.
so different. You don't want to mix up which one you're
right?
Yeah.
Right.
That's so cool. Prince Charming has like no personality in the first
None.
movie, but the second one he's so
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's the third one I'm thinking of. I think it's the third one, Twist in Time.
They finally gave him a personality.
He's hilarious. He just like jumps out the window at one point. It's very funny.
How was he at the second one? Still lifeless?
I don't remember him in the second one very much.
Okay.
Which one was the one where the stepsisters find the one stepsister finds a husband?
I think that's the second one, and then the third one is the time travel one. But I think I'm kind of mixing them in my head a little bit.
It's always time travel, the third movie.
They've run out of all ideas. That was
Future.
actually great.
I was gonna say that. Wait, the third one is the time travel.
Go back to the Old West.
No time travel in the first one.
No.
Tragic.
Or the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jumping the shark.
Oh. Yeah. Fun.
They have to have some sort of system in those costumes at this point, because
I
I feel
hope
like
so.
there's
Know
been
how
like
they
a
would
lot
not.
of
Yeah,
scandal.
they probably
Not
do.
scandal, but there was like a lot of heat strokes in the last.
Well, and as somebody who worked at Yellowstone, and you have all of those the material is not breathing. It does not breathe at all.
horrible.
It's like the shirts are they're thick.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if it's meant to be thick to hold in the smell,
Maybe.
I bet you're right.
or what it is. But I feel like when I see them at Disney, I think of those from Yellowstone.
Sure.
Like, oh man, they do not breathe at all.
But I feel like
Jeez.
in the giant, goofy head, there's got to be some sort of like fan system
I
or
hope so.
something,
Yeah.
right?
Although they have to be able to hear,
Sure.
so
True.
they probably couldn't do it
That's
in the
true,
head,
too.
maybe. But
Maybe
I don't know.
somewhere.
They probably have something now.
if they have
Yeah.
heated vests and everything, they have to have cooling.
They
Yeah.
have to.
I mean, you would think.
yeah.
Ice
Like-
packs. You just duct tape to yourself.
Otherwise, like it's just straight up dangerous.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
I bet their shifts are relatively short.
Yeah.
They would have to be.
Well, the meet and greets, they're like 20 minutes at a time for
True.
the characters, and then there's like a 10-minute break, and then
Yeah.
you know,
And the ones that are like at their indoor station, I think, are longer.
Yeah,
Right.
for sure.
Yeah.
Chewbacca,
Yeah.
Darth Vader.
Ariel's is just like cozy. Like,
Yeah,
I just
hers
like
is
her
nice.
little-
Her grotto.
Yeah.
It's lovely
very
back
cool
there.
and nice in there.
I don't know if I've ever been to her meet and
Ariel's
greet.
grotto.
Yeah.
It's in the Magic Kingdom, next to the Journey of the Little Mermaid.
Yeah. Cinderella's was beautiful too.
I think I did any of those. I went to see the Little Mermaid show that they had,
Oh yeah,
which was very cute.
I think I saw the
Yeah.
Beauty and the Beast one.
that
That
one
would be
still
fun.
happens
Yeah, I
at
like
Hollywood
Beauty and the
Studios,
Beast.
and now at since they expanded Fantasyland in the Magic Kingdom, there's Enchanted Tales with Belle, where
Oh, cool.
it's like 20 people at a time, and they come in and they go through the story, and Lumiere is there, and the Magic Mirror. I still to this day don't know how it works. Like if you look up Magic Mirror Enchanted Tales with Belle and you Google it, Absolutely, it's magic. That's all there is to it.
Oh my gosh.
There's no other explanation. Nobody's leaked it. I'm 100% serious. But they have like the audience come in and participate in the show, so it's really fun for kids and stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So curious.
Yes.
Like I'm sure there's a ton of YouTube videos of it.
Yep. Enchanted Tales with Belle, Magic
Crazy.
Mirror.
So there
blow
has
your
to
mind.
be like an NDA that people sign.
There must be. I have no idea how it works.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe the people that operate it don't even know how it works. Just like a secret that died with Walt.
Even Molly, the YouTuber that I was talking about, she still doesn't know.
Wow.
She's like, I have no idea.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What the heck? Get
Yeah.
Neil deGrasse Tyson. Or don't.
He'll make up something that makes no one. He could just say whatever he wanted with giant words, and no one would know the difference.
Yeah, and he'll do it as long as he can.
Yeah.
It's fine. We kind of talked about Lin-Manuel Miranda,
We did.
the guy from in the Heights.
Mm-hmm.
Did
you see that?
That's
No.
what he's famous for in the Heights.
Yeah, definitely. That's the only thing I know him from. In Modern Family.
Modern Family?
One episode.
One episode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's from Modern.
Yeah, it's my
It's a
favorite
Lin
cast
show.
member.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I want to talk about unless you guys have any other things you want to say about the parks.
No, go for it.
Also, the Everest ride, fantastic.
Oh, so
It's like
fun.
my favorite.
The Yeti that never worked, that they can't fix because they'd have to take off half the mountain to
Oh,
get
gosh.
to it to fix it.
What on earth?
So the giant Yeti has an A mode and a B mode, and it's stuck forever in B mode because it's structurally not sound enough for it to run in A mode because it would destroy the track.
That's terrifying.
So it just stays in B mode all the time.
That's good.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Does it lose some of the functionality of the ride at this point?
Not really. I think it's like a swing motion that it's supposed to do or something, and it
Okay.
can't do the swing motion because it's not the structure isn't sound. So
Why didn't they plan?
I don't know. I think it was unexpected.
No. Oh, I don't like the idea of something like that
Yeah,
happening
that's
on
on
a
one of
roller
the-
coaster.
It's
on one of
unpleasant
the-
to think about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's it's perfectly sound the way it is.
Okay.
It's just not moving and
Yeah.
unbalancing things with its
Sure.
motion.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite rides. It's so fun.
I think that was the one that I wanted to ride 3 consecutive times.
My husband hates roller coasters, hates them, threatens divorce. One time we went to Universal. It's probably our fault. We knew he didn't like them, and we told him that Rip Ride Rocket wasn't that bad.
That's on him. It's called Rip Ride Rocket.
I will say he was very excited to ride the Slinky Dog ride.
He loves Slinky Dog.
And if I sit there next to him, because usually she's with the little one, so me and Dean ride together. If I tell him what's coming up, if I'm like, it's okay, it's just a little drop, then we go a little left, you're fine. If I tell him, it actually helps.
good.
But
That's nice.
he likes Everest.
Okay,
okay.
that's just
Yeah.
a straight up roller coaster too.
It's super fun though with the kind of the Yeti, and it goes backwards for a little while,
It
and you
does.
come to a broken track, and
Yeah, it's just super
That's a lot of
cool.
fun. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So maybe he just needs the right roller coaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a cross we both bear.
It is. My husband doesn't like 'em
My
either.
husband gets sick. It's just he's out of commission for about 2 hours afterwards.
Oh,
so
no.
Gosh, that's terrible.
Arguably not worth it.
no, he would agree with you.
I rode Splash Mountain one time, and the raft broke down right before the drop. So we were just there for 40 minutes.
That's
looking at the
awful.
drop.
That's the worst ride to get.
Yeah, it's just I'm not even excited.
I'm
scary.
really
Yeah.
excited that Splash Mountain is being rethemed to Tiana.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
Tiana's
excited.
Bayou Adventure,
Yeah.
and they're now saying late 24
Okay.
it'll be open. But
Cool.
I've been following along with the progress on that because I love the Princess and the Frog
Me
movie,
too,
and
yeah.
I think Tiana needs more.
Are people complaining about it yet?
Always since the day they announced they were going to close Splash Mountain.
Like
It was
rightfully
based on an
so.
extremely racist intellectual
Yeah.
property that shouldn't have been ever. That's why it's never appeared out of the vault again.
Yeah.
And the ride was you could tell.
yeah.
It wasn't
No.
super subtle.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Not at all.
No.
That's so good that they're replacing it with Princess and
Yeah,
the Frog.
I love
Yeah.
it. So it's happening in Florida and in California.
Awesome.
The California one is a few months behind the Disney World one.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
Yeah, the artwork is beautiful, and California opened a Tiana's restaurant.
Okay.
So it's going to go along with
That's
the restaurant.
perfect for the movie like that. Yeah. Cool.
So, yeah. Because that's like, is that New Orleans?
It is. It's all New Orleans based food and
It's so good.
yeah. And Tiana has a restaurant in the movie, so she should have a restaurant.
That makes sense.
She should.
Yeah,
That's like her
sense.
whole thing. Yeah.
Are you going to go there and get like super snobby because it's not like authentic New Orleans cuisine?
No.
Or in your New Orleans
no,
Saints
they did hire.
right
they sent their teams to New Orleans to learn how to cook from from authentic New Orleans chefs. And
Cool.
yeah,
That's awesome.
they are serious about making sure that their stuff is done right.
I really do.
Like,
So
Good attention
Yeah.
to detail.
yeah,
one of the cuisines that I have like wanted to have that's authentic. So I've had like knockoff jambalaya, but
yeah,
Yeah.
in case our audience can't tell, I'm losing my voice.
that happens.
It's a thing that happens to
It's
me.
just being Zach.
Yep, time in everybody's life. Your voice goes out once a month.
For years.
Yep. Oh, it's not a nightmarish existence.
No.
Not at all. I want to talk about acquisitions that have gone through Disney, because now Disney owns everything.
Everything,
Pretty much.
So
Everything.
many.
We've covered a lot of it, but
Pixar, Nat Geo,
Yeah.
Marvel.
because it's hard for me to wrap my head around like Deadpool being a Disney product.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it didn't start as Disney.
Right.
They acquired it
Yeah,
with the Fox acquisition. So
still hard for me to wrap
Warner
my head around.
Brothers.
Like having all of the Simpsons on Disney Plus.
That is
Like,
weird.
What is happening?
Yeah.
Well, and now they're merging with Hulu because
Yep.
they finished the Hulu acquisition. So now they'll have Hulu also.
Is Hulu going to stay Hulu?
And ESPN. They have, yes.
Okay.
Yep. And it's they're incorporating Hulu into Disney Plus.
Oh.
So even right now, it's a soft launch. You can
Yeah.
you can go into some of the Hulu stuff on Disney Plus
Interesting.
currently.
Yeah.
The rest is supposed to be done by the end of March, I think.
I saw that the Percy Jackson show, which I have not watched yet, is on Hulu. At least the first episode was, but it was like for a limited time, and I thought that
Oh.
was super weird. But that makes some
Yep.
sense. Yeah.
Yep. And they're now the new distribution site for all of the new Doctor Who things that are being produced. So they don't have the back catalog yet.
Okay.
Scuttlebutt is they will eventually have the back catalog, but like the 3 new Christmas specials that David Tennant just did, and the first episode of the of Ncuti Gatwa's run premiered on Christmas Day. So they'll have all the new stuff going forward.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And Bluey,
Yeah.
Yes. Good old Bluey.
Love Bluey.
our favorite healer family.
Yes. Am I wearing a Bluey shirt? No, I'm not wearing a Bluey shirt. I have
You are
one in the
frequently.
rotation.
You-
Yeah, I've
you
got
do.
like 3 Bluey shirts.
Yeah. They're all great.
It's so good. Like when it first came out and I was trying to explain it to patrons here, that was before it like reached the level of popularity that it has right now. It was like I didn't know exactly how to sell it.
Yeah.
It was like it's an Australian show about dogs, but it's good for the family.
Yeah, it feels more like it's about parenting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
really good.
Yeah, the parents aren't perfect. They're like
Right.
more human than
But
any.
they
show.
also acknowledge that they're not perfect, which
Yes.
is
Yeah.
very refreshing.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
It's a really good family.
It's, like the conversations are authentic. Like there's several like Easter eggs that if you are like eavesdropping on the parents talking, like they're making references to like Stranger Things and Game
Oh,
of Thrones
cool.
and stuff.
Oh,
It's so
that
funny.
is funny.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
little for the parents.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had an old man experience last night because I somehow got stuck at Hulu when I was going on Disney Plus, and I was like, what does this thing doing? And my 7-year-old son was trying to explain it to me. I'm like, stop talking. Your dad is stressed.
Did you figure it out?
Now I did.
You should have just clicked into Only Murders in the Building.
That's true. Joe, my kids would love this.
Such a good show.
Selena Gomez, who grew up as a Wizard of Waverly Place
Oh,
on
that's
the
true.
Disney Channel.
Very
I
true.
know, that was
good.
such a good show.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
There's a lot of good
Lots
Disney
of good
shows.
Disney Channel shows.
Good
Yeah.
Luck Charlie. Sweet Life.
Even Stevens, Raven.
That's so Raven. Yeah. Corey in the House.
Yeah. Jesse.
Yes, I don't
That
like
one.
Jesse, but
That
that's
one was
okay.
a good one.
My sister loved it.
Cameron, what's his name? Boyce.
Passed away.
was on that one.
recently.
Heat of
Yeah.
Descendants fame.
Yes.
Yeah, lots of good shows on that one.
Hannah Montana.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's she
Kim
up to these
Possible.
days?
What?
Oh, Kim Possible.
I love Kim
Yeah,
Possible.
Kim Possible
Yeah.
was good.
So good.
Although I dislike Ron Stoppable.
What? I like
No,
him.
thank you.
He's annoying.
He is right.
Yeah.
In the Kim Possible, That's So Drama. They shouldn't have ended that way because
I don't
Ron is
remember.
not worthy.
Oh yeah, I agree. Like they were just good friends. I felt like
they shouldn't. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. He had a naked mole rat that was very cute. Rufus.
Rufus. Yep.
It's a cute name for a mole rat. What was your favorite Disney show?
Wizards of Waverly Place.
For
I
sure.
think. Yeah, that was really well done. The whole cast was really good.
No, I've never seen it.
It's good.
Sure. Like, I didn't mean to shrug. Like, I trust you.
Okay.
I trust you. I just,
I like Hannah Montana a lot too.
Disney had some
Yeah.
really, really great classic 80s and 90s cartoons too, like the Gummy Bears and DuckTales and the Rescue Rangers. Fun fact,
Oh,
you
yeah.
can now meet Chip and Dale of the Rescue Rangers at Hollywood
As we
Studios
have.
Crazy.
That's awesome.
outside of the Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular.
Yep.
I'm so glad they still do that.
That's great.
Yeah.
The Rescuers movies were super good.
Oh,
I forgot
yeah.
about
Oh, they
that.
were. Yes.
For sure.
The
Those were
Rescuers.
also based in Australia, right? Weren't they Australian?
But I don't think the characters were.
They were.
I think they were like British, weirdly, but they were
They
in
were in
Australia.
Australia, right?
Yeah, but I don't think everyone had an Australian accent. I think it was like a mix of random accents.
Yeah. What was he an albatross or a seagull?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
He kept crashing into things.
There was like an alligator.
Yeah.
The little girl Penny, I think.
Yeah, Penny.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It's my favorite movies when I was a kid.
So good.
You're not helping
Yeah.
me out with the name of the bird.
It's Rescuers, and then the second one is
Rescuers
Rescuers
Down
Down
Under.
Under.
Yes,
Yeah.
there we go.
That's when it gets
Right.
Australian.
That was my favorite.
Yeah, I liked that one better than
Yeah.
the first one.
Didn't Disney do the new Mighty Ducks?
Yes, the TV
They
show.
did.
That's probably one of my.
That was good. That was a good couple seasons. John Stamos had a good TV show too, where he was previously, what was it called? Big Shot. I think it ran for 2 seasons. Where he was previously an NCAA basketball coach, and he was very Bobby Knight-like, and so no one, like, he got fired from his job, and no one wanted to work with him, and so he started coaching a girls' basketball team, high school basketball team. It was that show I really liked. That was a good show.
Cool.
I didn't know John Stamos did anything else.
John Stamos is very,
Crazy.
very Disney-ish.
Yeah.
Like he did a couple readings of the Candlelight Processional in Epcot for the holidays.
Oh, cool.
Brendan Fraser did 3 nights, and it was the first time he'd ever done it. The line to get in to see his Candlelight Processional was like 6.5 hours long.
Oh
Wow.
my gosh. Yeah, he's
Like, I would do
wonderful.
it.
Yeah.
I love Britney Fraser.
Yeah.
He's great.
Yeah.
George.
Of
the
the
Jungle.
jungle.
The jungle.
Fame, yeah.
Encino Man. What's the one where they were underground in the bunker for years?
Yes.
It's got Christopher Walken in it.
And it's got Alicia
Alicia
Silverstone.
Silverstone.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't remember what it's called.
I
I've
own
seen
it, I think.
so many times, actually.
Yeah, what's it called?
Oh, that's going to kill me.
Oh.
Because Christopher Walken was the dad, right?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was.
I don't remember. That was a good one too.
Yeah. Hit that up.
Podcast
Because
research.
It's drive me
There
nuts.
we go.
Drive me nuts. I'm pretty sure I have it.
Back, I can't. It has some sort of timey.
Blast from the past.
That's
There you
it.
go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
We can all sleep tonight now.
Yes.
Yeah. I think Elizabeth Hurley was in it. Maybe.
That was Bedazzled.
Yep. Worst movie of all time.
Good one, Britt.
Bedazzled.
Bedeviled.
Bedazzled.
Yeah.
Bedazzled.
Yep.
Bedazzled is a movie too.
Oh, I'm glad that he's back doing stuff.
Yeah.
I never saw The Whale.
I didn't either.
Heard it was
It was on my list, but I never got to it.
Yeah, we have
Yeah.
it
We
here.
do have it here.
We do. Come check it
Pretty
out.
popular.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Darren Aronofsky.
Yeah.
Is that a Disney movie?
No,
Okay.
it isn't.
Good try.
Was Fievel Goes West?
I don't think
No, that
Tale?
was
American Tail's not.
Yeah,
Okay. I didn't think it
DreamWorks. Was that DreamWorks?
I
maybe.
think possible.
Okay.
Maybe DreamWorks.
It might be a little early for DreamWorks. No,
Maybe.
it might be DreamWorks. I don't remember. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't think it was-
Research
Here we
time.
Oh, that's the wrong one. I meant
What
to
were
do
you
the
going
applause.
for?
The applause.
Oh, okay.
We'll add music right there. The clip of Britney singing the podcast
That's
research
time
time.
Yeah.
song.
So good.
Well, let's see. It is categorized. Well, this is Five Goes West, but it's categorized as a Western / adventure.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
Not any less than Back to the Future Part 3. Like Western adjacent.
Yeah. Western adventure.
Steven Spielberg for Amblin Entertainment.
Okay.
Who made E.T. was Amblin.
Yeah.
Drew Barrymore's first film.
She's so cute in that.
She is.
Yeah.
And she married Tom Green.
Ugh.
Is it the Chad?
The Chad.
Oh.
How did we have this? We just did this.
We do this like every other.
Wait, I have to go, starfish. Full circle callback.
Oh my
These are
god.
the Charlie's Angels films,
I
everybody.
love Charlie's Angels films, not Disney movies.
No.
Disney. Can't
What's
go
your
anywhere
least favorite
without
Disney
it.
movie?
Oh my gosh.
Mine is The Fox and the Hound.
Wow.
Can't do it.
Hound. It's
Can't
so
do it.
sad.
No.
It's so messed
There's
up.
no way that Todd could have survived on his own. She just left him there.
It's sweet though. I like it. I don't think I ever. I think when I watched it when I was a kid, I usually didn't get to the end. I just watched like the fun parts. I don't know. Do you guys have an answer?
I don't know. I'm not a big. There's a couple that like Bambi. I'm not a big
fair.
Bambi fan.
Nor I.
I never have been. There's some that I was younger, and now I'm like, oh, yeah, I get it, but I'll move on. What's next? Kind of a
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
So
Can appreciate the historical value.
yeah,
I don't like Dumbo.
No, I don't know.
yeah.
It's Dumbo.
It's
Dreadful.
Bad. It's quite racist.
and
Yes.
I only
Yeah.
did the puzzle because it came in a 4-pack. I did not buy it specific for Dumbo.
We're doing an elephant puzzle. That's
there you
fine.
go.
Yeah.
Dumbo's got reused animation from Fantasia that
Yeah.
they cut that they weren't going to use, and they're like, "Well, just throw it in Dumbo." That's why there's that like tripping scene.
Yeah.
where he like
They just had to use it.
drinks. Yeah, I guess so. They wanted to pad the runtime because Dumbo was that period of time they were just like churning out stuff as fast as they could because they had no money.
Yeah.
And they're like, what can we make first cheap as possible using what we already have?
Yeah.
And Dumbo.
Oh,
Yeah. That's why it doesn't look good.
Sounds about right.
Like it doesn't have that detail of like Pinocchio has so much like depth.
I also
Yeah.
don't like
Animation.
Pinocchio.
I don't love Pinocchio either, but it looks way better
Sure.
than Dumbo.
Have you seen the Pauly Shore version that came out a couple years ago?
Not yet.
I have not.
Well, it was so good.
I have not.
Father. That one
Where
is,
are we going?
he makes such an acting choice.
You really-
So well.
It was so good.
Only because my throat is.
It's perfect for Pauly Shore.
I
really
love
is.
Pauly Shore.
You kind of also sounded like David Rose.
I'll take it.
He has like 5 different accents just in the trailer.
Like he was
so
phoning it
confusing.
in so hard.
I love it. I do
Like,
want to see it.
Me too.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
forgot
think.
Pauly Shore was a thing
I-
until right now.
Right? I feel like in the army now. Is that one of his?
Yes.
All
Yep.
right.
Okay.
All right.
Encino Man.
Yep, he was also in Encino Man.
It's coming up a lot.
Biodome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof.
There's one. What was the one where he lived on a farm?
He went there as like a fiance
Yes.
of her, and it was like a fake thing though. But it's like the in-laws, or
Yeah.
I feel like it's something like that.
Something very close to
Similar
Yeah.
plot to Holiday in Handcuffs, which I love. Less kidnapping, it sounds like.
that. Is that
Also,
a
the
Hallmark?
proposal with Sandra Bullock and Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Forgot about that movie.
I don't think I've seen that one. We just watched
Betty
Holiday
White's
in Handcuffs.
hysterical in that.
Oh my
movie.
gosh, it really is, and the gag reel. She's hilarious.
She was very quick, like up until the very end. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I read her biography. I did. Yeah.
Was
How
it
was
very
it?
Betty White-esque?
It was, and you know, there's something I still live by that I read in that book. She said her dad, every time something would come up, he'd say, "After I retire, after I retire, after I retire," and he died like 3 months after he retired, and so she lived, you know, and so that
Sure.
sticks with me.
That
Yeah,
makes
from her.
sense.
Yeah.
Like don't put your life on hold.
Right.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
knows?
Yep.
I hated the Aristocats. I'll
What?
say it.
Oh, I love the Aristocats. Also has racism in it. Also
Lady and
not
the
good.
Tramp with the Siamese cats.
Yes.
Yeah.
The jazz cats and
Yeah.
Ooh,
Aristocats are
101
bad.
Dalmatians.
Oh, I love that one too.
I'm not a fan of the
I
Dalmatians.
think I just
the-
liked if they were animals.
So if we,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
if
makes
we
sense.
if we talk about the live action remakes, Cruella was very well done.
I didn't see Cruella, but I like the older
Stone
live action ones.
was amazing.
I've heard it was really good. I want to watch that.
Yeah, she was very good.
I like Emma Stone.
Such an interesting choice. Like, I'm glad that she killed it because I like her a lot.
Me too.
Yeah.
It was a surprising casting choice for me. I was not expecting her, but like I can see it.
Yeah, it was very good.
Good.
They did a couple of decent like remakes, like the Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty
was fine
and the
with
Beast
Dan
one
Stevens.
was very good.
I did like that.
Of those.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think so too.
I liked that one.
I didn't watch The Lion King because
Bad.
It
was terrible.
Was it?
I didn't know there was one.
Mufasa, which if the first one was so
Live
bad,
action.
why are they doing another? I don't.
I think it's kind of unrelated to that. I mean, it made a bunch of money.
It's a prequel.
Yeah.
So,
but I don't think it's necessarily like connected to the first one as much as like just like the story.
Sure.
Because they added some things in the live action to make it longer because movies have to be 6 hours long now.
Right.
But I did not
People have
like
to feel
it.
like they're getting their money's worth.
Yeah.
I don't know why they worry about it when they can just go right to streaming anyway. But
Very true. Yeah.
And like it's made for kids. Like you don't want to bad them too long.
Right.
Kids don't have long attention spans.
Right.
Neither do I.
At all.
They should be 90 minutes tops.
Donald Glover was in that one. I was really
I know the
hoping it would be
cast
good.
was like Beyonce was in it.
Yeah.
Like the cast was fantastic, but I did not like it. They cut the Scars song down significantly.
Really?
That's like the best song.
No, that is a good one. Yeah.
Just a bummer. Yeah,
that's a good one.
So good. No,
I remember when that movie came out. It was like when portable CD players first came out, and my cousin Nathan got a portable CD player. It was either for his birthday or Christmas, and The Lion King was the first CD he ever bought.
it's so good. Yeah, that's a great soundtrack.
It is.
Yeah.
My first CD was The Offspring.
Which one?
Smash.
Nice.
And the Jewel Pieces of You.
Heck yeah.
The first two.
Mine was George Strait.
Hey.
I can't remember what mine was.
Really?
Yeah. Do you?
George Strait?
No. Do you remember?
I was like, yes, I do. I just said it. I still remember. 2 seconds later.
I don't remember. I feel like it would have been a soundtrack though. I had a lot of
You
soundtracks.
had the Batman Begins, or
I did have the
with
Batman
Gotham
Begins
City
soundtrack.
Yeah,
Nice.
City of. Sorry, I'm not gonna sing.
Is it the Tim Burton first Batman?
No, the Batman Forever.
Yeah.
With Val Kilmer.
Yeah, Jim Carrey. And Jim Carrey, I'm going to say we've discussed this before because I was vocal when you guys have talked about Batman Forever on a previous podcast. So I'm going to just include myself in the fact that we've covered this.
I'll always talk about Batman Forever for any amount of time.
What's better than Batman and Robin?
Oh, that is the worst.
What? Like U2 and that soundtrack, that was fine. I can't think of any other songs from Batman
Seal,
Forever.
Kiss from a Rose
Yeah,
was
Kiss
on
from a
there.
Rose.
Yeah, I should have guessed that one. It's
I know
the
you
biggest
had
one.
the Nirvana one. That was when that was pretty early on.
That was pretty early on.
Boyz II Men. That may have been your first one.
Which one?
Oh,
Probably-
2.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Also,
How about you, Chloe?
I did have a CD player before I had anything else, but I can't remember. It's probably Hannah Montana or something like that. I was
first
pretty
concert
little.
and the first CD.
I didn't go to a Hannah Montana concert.
Whatever.
My friend did, and I was very jealous.
What was your first concert?
21 Pilots.
What was your second?
Panic at the Disco.
Third.
The Disney Channel. It wasn't really a concert. It was more like they had a DJ.
Oh,
Okay.
And he
nice.
played all these Disney Channel
that's
songs.
fun.
It was really fun.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Yeah. A lot of Selena Gomez songs. Love
Cool.
her.
Yeah. Disney had a lot of like stars that grew up in their Disney Channel shows that became like really popular singers and very talented singers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Miley Cyrus or
Demi Lovato.
I had to think if I was calling her like her
I
TV
forgot
name.
about
Wait, was it the Christina?
Christina Aguilera and
And
Justin
Justin
Timberlake
Timberlake
and
and-
Britney Spears
Yep.
were all in the Mickey Mouse Club together.
Crazy.
Zendaya.
Yeah. She's huge.
She's amazing.
Bella what's
Thorne.
her- yeah. I always like am like, is this their real name or is this their name from the show?
Well, because there's also a Scooby-Doo a band on some of the Scooby-Doo movies,
the Hex Girls.
and one of them is named Thorn, and I always think of her when I try to remember Bella
What
Thorne's
are the other
name.
ones' names? I can't
remember.
I just watched the Hex Girls.
Yeah.
Pretty recently. That one is so good.
Yep. That's the one where they go to Sleepy Hollow. No, the Salem.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
they're in a couple of them, actually.
they're in the new show too. The
Yeah.
Hex
Oh,
Girls
yeah.
are.
The Crystal Cove one?
Yes. Yeah. Which is really good. That's the one that I just watched.
Yeah. We could do a whole Scooby-Doo episode, too.
Honestly. We've talked about it a lot, though.
Talked about Velma a lot.
Yeah.
Oof.
We don't have. There's like 5
we talked
episodes
about Minnie
straight.
Kaling.
Yeah.
Oh, Mindy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff.
Anything else?
Disney. Like
Did we hit all your bullet points there?
Yeah, I think we did.
Cool.
Talked about favorite soundtracks. Did we talk about favorite soundtracks?
Here and there.
Okay.
I like.
Yeah, I think we talked about.
Yeah, I think we did. Yeah,
I think so.
Interspersed.
Spoke my piece.
Did you say yours?
What'd you say your favorite one was?
Lion King.
Oh, okay.
I think so.
Okay.
And Jungle Book.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you did
Yeah.
say that. Yeah.
I think mine would be Lion King or Aladdin.
Aladdin's so good.
Probably
too.
Aladdin. Yeah.
I really like Frozen and Moana.
Both are really good.
Mhm.
Moana is excellent.
Like
Moana
I think
is
if I heard them
excellent.
all for the first time today, like I'd probably pick Moana.
Moana.
Probably.
Mhm.
It's that nostalgia for the older ones.
I
Yeah.
do like Mary Poppins is one of my favorite
Oh,
ones.
Yeah, definitely.
The chimney song gets stuck in my head.
That's my
all the time.
favorite. That's
Yes.
my favorite Mary Poppins
That's
song.
Yes.
really good.
Chim Chimney.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
I will wake up though with Frozen songs in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Little
wake.
knows
I
that.
did it this morning. I'm not even lying. I woke up and I was like, "Why is the song in my head? I haven't listened to it in weeks."
Never gonna go away.
Is like so talented
Yeah.
that
Well, and surprisingly, like Kristen Bell's voice is very
Oh,
good too.
yeah.
I didn't know
Yes.
she
I
had
didn't
that
expect
talent.
that,
and-
yeah.
Jonathan Groff.
Yeah.
Obviously, I just love Jonathan
So
Groff.
when my kids and I sat down to watch Hamilton for the first time, they were floored and mystified when I told them. And now King George is their favorite character
good.
He
in
is
all
so
of
good.
Hamilton because he's Kristoff.
Yeah,
Oh,
he does
yeah.
such a great
Yeah.
job. Oh my gosh.
Yep. Just the visuals. He's just, it's so good.
He's a Glee alumni, and so
Yeah.
is Idina Menzel.
Yeah.
She's Rachel's mom.
Mhm.
All these
Yep.
weird crossovers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just funny thing of him as his role in that, and then Kristoff, and then Mindhunter.
Right.
It's like he's so talented.
Yeah.
He is really talented.
Well,
Yeah.
So you guys have to listen to me. This is gonna be torture.
If you hadn't
Okay.
said anything, I would have never known.
Serious.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, oh, that's Jay Leno.
It's not been as bad as it has been in the past.
Really?
today.
It
Yeah,
feels
it was
bad
worse
for me right now.
when the Halloween episode
Was way worse.
Yeah, that was just gone.
Yeah, you're worse now than you were at the start.
Definitely.
Yeah, you need to go on vocal rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming, Carrie.
Yeah,
that was so much
Absolutely.
fun.
Thank you for
Yeah.
having me.
Always. Come back.
Anytime.
Well, like, and if you want to do it from New Mexico,
Yeah, we can
Like-
do that.
this thing is equipped to do Skype and other things.
Yeah, when we
This
told
thing
Jared
may
he
be,
was
but
in-
this girl may not be.
Fair enough.
I am a, yeah.
She's technologically challenged.
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
Totally fair.
So, but I would love to try.
Okay. Yeah. We'll walk you through it. Not too bad. Yeah.
She knows how to use Teams now.
I do. I
Oh, there
texted
you
her
go.
and said, I just did my first Teams meeting. She's like, I knew you could do it. I was like, I wasn't sure.
It's not good either. Like, if you could do Teams, like, you're set.
Yeah.
Right.
But the iPhone also defeated her, so.
Oh,
I had to send it back and get an Android. I
Probably
didn't know
what
how
I
to
would
work it.
Anytime a patron hands me an iPhone to like help them print or do anything, I'm like, where's the buttons?
Right?
usually
How
call
do you
me
do
over, 'cause
anything?
I have an iPhone.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if there's an Android, I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you've never had an iPhone, it's too late for me to learn now.
Yeah,
Like
that's totally fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. There should be a standardization for all technology. So I understand it.
Right.
I think I don't know if I agree with that.
Fair enough. Why?
We don't have time. We
Okay.
gotta end this.
That's fair. We'll get into it.
Yeah, next episode.
Yeah. Disney.
Disney.
Yay.
Thanks, Walt.
Yep.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.